Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the Disciples Edison Cup Season 2. I'm Barney,
And I'm Connor.
and we have round 4. Tristan with Dark Gaia versus Moffat with Blackwing. This is an interesting matchup.
Sorry, go on, Bunny.
This is an interesting matchup because both decks like to rush, right? So I think Blackwing, you can do really well if you just get your Boras, your Siroccos out, just pump over defense guys, maybe back it up with an Icarus attack. But Tristan's deck, from what I know of the Dark Gaia deck, you just want to summon your big fusion and attack for game, right? As quick as possible.
Yeah, pretty much. And we see a Elemental Hero Prisoner here starting off from Tristan, being able to send a multiple piece golem or big piece golem or something like that.
That's
As we can see, this allows him to send a rock monster to the grave. And when he has a rock and a warrior, he can utilize a card called Dark Fusion, which is kind of like a miracle fusion for his deck. But it's for to summon a card called Evil Hero Dark Gaia.
okay.
And Dark Gaia gains the attack points of both the fusion materials used to summon him. So, considering Big Piece Golem has 2,100 attack and Prisma has 1,700 attack, that means the Dark Gaia that's being summoned would have a 3,900 attack, which is very strong. And with its effect to nullify flip effect monsters when it attacks and change the battle position, beating over Raikou does 3,800 damage. So that's pretty strong in Edison format.
That is very strong. But sometimes not as strong. Oh, he cannot summon that. Sometimes not as strong, I was about to say, as just a normal summon, blue flame, and attack. Because here we get to see either a Gale or a Vayu hit the field.
Very strong. We also saw the MST there as well, playing Kill to Raw, being able to clear out that Raigeki break, allowing Moffat to establish this tempo swing of sorts.
Yep, and Raigeki Break, interesting card, but it does make sense in Tristan's deck being able to pitch those cards in the graveyard necessary for your Miracle Fusions or for your Dark Callings. Does he play Miracle Fusion, actually? I don't know.
Ooh, that's a good question. You would have to play water monsters, so I'm not sure. Or you can make Evil Hero Gaia. I mean, Elemental Hero Gaia, right?
Is that the one? Which one's
Level
that?
6,
Yeah, the
yeah, the Earth one. So I think he probably does play Miracle Fusion if he can summon that dude. That seems worth it. Okay, another Prisma.
And you can actually send Ocean with
Prisma by revealing Absolute Zero.
Terra Firma, the Elemental Hero Fusion. Let me have a look.
Oh yeah, not Ab-Zero. Sorry, yeah, it is Terra Firma. Yeah, it uses Elemental Hero Heat and Elemental Hero Ocean, is it?
Elemental Hero Woodsman and Elemental Hero Ocean.
Oh yeah. I knew it was one of those.
Yeah, that's it. So he does exactly that, does he? Yeah. So we now see the Ocean in the grave.
Oh, Miracle Fusion. Let's go. So you can make an Absolute Zero here.
Yeah, this is a very cool strategy.
Oh, very nice. So it's not just Dark Gaia. It's a Hero Fusion deck because it must mean that he plays 6 spells like Miracle Fusion, 3 of that and 3 of the Dark Fusion or something close to that, which means he can put out a lot of boss monsters for free a lot of the time if he can establish the graveyard.
Absolutely. And Moffat there being forced to flip his Icarus attack and trade fields. It doesn't feel great, but if he has a Blizzard, we could see some action here.
Indeed. One Blizzard can bring a level 6 Synchro straight to Moffat's field. Although that one back row could potentially... Oh, no, he just passed turn. So now we see Tristan getting to make him...
The thing I love about Edison Cup is that we've been able to see some really, really cool, unique decks, such as this deck, such as the spaceships.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. I've played a lot of Edison tournaments in my life and have never played against spaceships or Dark Gaia. Well, actually, I played against Tristan in this tournament, but apart from that.
It's always that's the great thing about Edison format as well. There's so many different decks, so many different strategies. You can play something tried and true like Blackwing, or you can play something like Dark Gaia. And here we see Blizzard coming down, like we say, being able to make a level 6 synchro.
Very strong here. Hopefully, Moffat is hoping that Tristan doesn't have a card like Bottomless Trap Hole here, or maybe
have a Raigeki break, so we could see another one of those.
Potentially, but also again, not putting that in grave is half a value away from a 2/5 beta.
Yep, and he does already have
So
like.
not the best play considering you're already going -1 to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
But he may have no other choice. Let's find out. Oh, Dark Armed Dragon. As we see time and time again, Dark Armed Dragon proving to be one of the best monsters in Edison format. Being able to potentially take out the rest of Tristan's field here and clear off the game.
Yep, this is rough for Tristan. This looks like it's going to be a Regeki break. He's looking at his hand thinking, is there something I can discard here? No. Oh,
Oh,
it was
return
returned.
from the different dimension.
Okay.
Interesting. Didn't decide to chain it here. Potentially, probably. Oh, yeah, he could have lost if he did, because then he could potentially pop
Pop
the
one
monster
and
and
that could have
attack.
protected the game
Yeah,
from his life. Um,
yeah.
oh, this is rough. Maybe can we see a fusion summon? Perhaps? Question mark. Dark
Oh,
Calling.
Dark Calling. That will do it. That
Yeah,
will
that will
do
do
it. And he
it.
can banish his elemental hero. Can he banish his Ab-Zero?
I think he
He can
can.
banish, but he
I think
might be
he
keeping it
has.
in great resistant water. Oh,
Oh,
no, yeah. Oh, he has an Evil Hero Malicious Edge in hand with 2,600 attack points, making
yeah.
his Evil Hero Dark Gaia 4,700.
That is ridiculous. Hang on, how much is Big Piece Golem? Is it 21 or 22?
21. 21. So 21 plus 26 is 47.
Yes, it has
That's
4,000.
very, very big. And being able to clear over the Dark Arm means that there isn't any immediate out that we can see from off that unless he has something in his hand that can deal with this Evil Hero Dark Gaia.
This is incredibly strong. And just when we thought Tristan was done and dusted, Dark Calling just turns the game on its head. That is a really
If
powerful
I want
card.
to read the Dark Gaia yet again, it is a very powerful card.
Oh,
And
no!
oh, the
No!
brain control.
You hate to
As
see
we
it.
see, the one of this is limited for a reason, and we just know brain control being half of the brain control Kai's combo being one of the best combos to break a board, and we see here the brain control on its own stealing the game.
That is so unfortunate. Tristan gave it his best shot. Dark Calling came out. Wow. But all it
Just
takes
the
is one brain.
combination of the blowouts,
One
turn
brain.
after turn, first the dad, then the brain. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, we saw an incredible number of cards there from Moffat. All very, very powerful cards. Like you say, Dark Arm Dragon, Brain Control. Just showing you that the Blackwing deck, although it is quite linear, you can have some very powerful options to play like that. Powerful one-offs that can just win you the game.
yeah, indeed.
What would we see sided here? I mean, is DD Crow even that good into Dark Gaia? Because I feel like you're getting your stuff in the grave so quickly that there might be too much stuff that DD Crow.
I don't know. I think DD Crow is good. I think always being able to potentially cut off one, because a lot of the time, like, it will always be value unless they have doubles of both parts
Yeah,
they
you're
need for
right.
perfusion. So I think DD Crow is good. In most scenarios, especially early game, it will be insane if you chain it to the Miracle or Dark Calling.
And I feel like Tristan is playing a lot of one-of options for Prisma to send, right? So you must have the one-of Omen,
100%. Yeah.
have the one-of Big Piece God.
A potential card we could see is Soul Release, being able to banish a lot more than one card from his opponent's graveyard, being able to potentially mid-game deal with a lot of the cards if
Yeah.
Tristan hasn't yet got access to his Dark Calling or Miracle Fusion.
Soul Release is a very controversial card because it does lack the ability, unlike DD Crow, to be reactionary. But if you can activate your Soul Release and you can banish some crucial pieces out their grave, it does usually spell the end of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why one of the most important things in the Edison format is timing, being able to hold your cards for the correct moment and not being tempted to use them, even if the play results in a plus, in terms of maybe
Exactly.
having the foresight to look further on in the game, a couple of turns down the line, maybe, or a couple of plays later, and think maybe I should hold this.
Exactly. And speaking of timing, there's no better timing to draw Future Fusion when you're one game down
Oh
to.
yeah, the God card, Future
It,
Fusion. I mean, to be fair, not as broken in this deck, I would say. Actually, to be fair, he could I think he's revealed Divine Neos, which means he can send 5. So
Divine Neos. Let's get up Divine Neos. I think you're right. Divine Neos.
like red.
Must be fusion summoned using any 5 Neos, Neospace, Neospatian, or Hero monsters, including at least 1 Neos or Neospace monster, 1 Neospatian, and 1 Hero.
And this
So,
is brilliant
yeah,
because he can he now has multiple targets for his Dark Calling and Miracle Fusion if he has any of those.
he has many avenues to go down now.
This really showcases the power of Tristan's deck. If he has Dark Calling or Miracle Fusion, he's 2 cards away from just OTKing his opponent in the following turn and putting up 2 very strong effects too, being able to change the battle position of opponent's monsters and potentially clear the whole board if the Ab-Zero is outed.
Yep, exactly. We need to see something broken from Moffat here, such as Whirlwind Shura or Whirlwind Sirocco. That's what we would like to see at this moment in time. Cyber Dragon's a good start.
Cyber Dragon's a very good start, followed by Sirocco here. I'm seeing Sirocco over the Prisma.
Sure.
Not
What has he got set? Oh, Honest.
Oh,
Okay.
he has an Honest. Okay.
Shura loses to Honest. I would
Honest.
not have expected that.
I would not expecting Honest from Tristan. That is very interesting.
But
3 back row for Moffat. Gets hit with the Dust Tornado. Bottomless. Okay.
oh, he used the effective Dust Tornado there to set a spell to set a trap card as well, which
So
I like
that's
that.
also interesting. Yeah, he was able to, because now that it's passed back to Tristan's turn, if it was the trap card, that card is now live.
Yes. I like that. You don't always see that happen with Dust Tornado.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of people use that secondary effect. So very heads up there from Tristan if it is a trap card. Potentially a card like Return from the Different Dimension. So if he has a card like Dark Calling or Miracle Fusion, he'll be able to instantly profit off that and potentially OTK.
That's actually huge. I didn't think about that. What card is that? That's Stratos.
Stratos, indeed, with the alternate artwork.
Yep. And we're
Using
seeing
the effect here to
Dark
pop.
Light Road. Oh, Moffat thinks that he's popping 2.
Moffat thought he was popping 2, but unfortunately Stratos only pops for the other heroes on the field,
Does not count himself.
Does not count himself. So now he's kind of screwed here with Tristan not really fearing anything, knowing it's a Starlight Road set.
We know that backwards.
But to be fair, Tristan seems to be thinking here, so it doesn't seem like he has access to his Dark Calling or Miracle Fusion, so this Cyber Dragon might be difficult to out. He's probably just waiting till he draws into a Dark Calling or a Miracle Fusion.
I agree. Yeah, he passed. He doesn't have a way to clear 21.
But next, let's see what Moffat can do.
Resolves and Divine Neos comes to the field.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Divine Neos has a cool effect as well. I think it can copy the effect of a monster engrave or something, hero or something.
Once per turn, you can banish a Neos, a Neospace, or a hero from your graveyard, and this card gains 500.
Oh, what is that? Sorry, viewers at home. I apologize.
Oh yeah, we don't have. Yeah, I think Tristan proxied Divine Neos.
Oh,
but just
no.
know it's got 2,500 attack, and it can have the effect to banish a Neos, a Neospace, or a hero to gain 500 attack and gain its effects.
And gain its effects. That's brilliant, being able to copy some of the effects engraved, being able to copy Prisma and potentially send a card. I think that's what he's doing.
Possibly.
Oh wait, does it copy its attributes and type?
No, it only copies its effects.
Okay. Oh, but it's also a light monster, right?
It is a light monster. It is a light monster.
Yeah, so if he has Honest, that's also cool. Brain Control. Oh, again, a big tempo swing potentially coming here from Moffat. Does he have the Caius? Oh, he has the...
Oh, Sirocco. Okay. That's a good way to deal with it, though.
It is. It could be argued that he could have also just attacked with the Divine Neos, then potentially forced the Raigeki break, and then normal summon the Sirocco and made phase 2.
Yes, yeah, I think that might have been the better play. Although
I think so.
Raigeki break.
It looks like Moffat is packing up for game 3. Very, very mad. Dark Calling sealing off the game there for Tristan.
Showcasing the power of Dark Gaia as a deck. I think one of the interesting things is that this deck is probably low-key one of the best decks to play Future Fusion. We saw him, just like Dragons, be able to send 5 there. It's just really, really powerful.
Insane. I still believe that Dragons probably has a better Future Fusion, considering just the power of Red MD is so strong. But we can't deny how strong that Future Fusion was in that game 2 there. That being able to send 5 potential materials, so his Dark Calling and Miracle Fusion were instantly live, regardless of like if he drew both were live, instant OTK access off one card. Very insane. And
You're just
the fact of he also like pushes his opponent to be aggressive, because he can't just Moffat can't just sit back and do nothing, because the Future Fusion's going to summon a 2/5 body at the end of it that can copy effects and things. So yeah, Future Fusion just showing the power of why it's at 1 again.
Exactly. Absolutely powerful.
And even
card.
then, like had Moffat had a Caius with the brain control there, Moffat could have potentially brought it back. So we also see the power of brain control on Caius there again.
Yeah.
Well, not Caius, but yeah, like just theoretically.
Definitely. Absolutely. Brain control is just such a bonkers card. But whilst these guys are still shuffling up, quickly want to say, please, if you're enjoying the video, like, comment, and subscribe. We do have more Edison Cup content coming to you. Every Thursday, 5 p.m. is a new match, and every Friday at 5 p.m. is a new deck list, so watch out for that.
And they're shuffling up for game 3.
Game 3. And this is the last rounds of the Cup, so, you know, a lot is riding on this.
It's a lot on the line.
Potentially.
Star on the card, and the coveted prize card.
And what a better start than Whirlwind plus normal summon. That is a very, very nice start for Moffat.
Very nice start. Being able to add the Blackwing themed Honest from deck to hand. Colute the Moon Shadow.
Almost ensuring that this Borer will survive the turn. And
Indeed.
he follows Trap
Dash You, what a card. But also potentially getting punished here. Considering that against any form of hero deck, if you open Trap Dash You, a lot of the time it is better to wait in case they do have one of the equals or the reinforcement of the armies, considering that's 4 copies of that and there's only 1 copy of Stratos. It makes more sense, I think, versus heroes to hold it, to see if their first play is an equal or something like that. Because then when they search for Stratos, you can snipe it with the Dust Shoot that way.
I completely agree.
After the first play, if they, for example, don't use equal, then it's safe to use the Dust Shoot after that, because you know they're probably not going to use equal. And then you have the question of what if they just hold the equal? Well, then fair enough. But yeah, regardless, after the first action, if it's not equal, I'm going to Dust Shoot anyway. So it would have been the same thing as if I just shotgun the Dust Shoot most times, unless their first play is a monster. But anyway, here we see putting back the Honest, was it, with the Dust Shoot?
That was the Honest going back. And I think that's the right call, to be fair, because he does have Cyber Dragon, and because of equal, he does have Alias access. So either of those cards plus Honest can beat Borer Colute. But now he can't beat Borer Colute.
Yeah, and now the equal will search for Stratos.
Yeah, it's still not.
Oh, no, it won't. It will search for Prisma. Okay, very interesting. Maybe
he has Miracle
an OTK line.
He has Miracle.
Yeah, he might have an OTK line here, but potentially Tristan might have forgotten about the Colute.
But what he could do, right, is he could Miracle now. Yeah, so he could Miracle now, Ab-Zero attack into the Borer, force the Colute, and then he will still have Cyber Dragon to attack directly.
It's not the worst. If he doesn't have any other fusion spells, it might have been wasting his blowout a bit early on a Colute and a Borer.
Yeah, he is spending a lot to get rid of this Borer Colute.
Yeah.
And next turn, should he have a big Blackwing, I mean, this Black Whirlwind will...
Because, I mean, Tristan only has Cyber Dragon and 2 cards in hand, and his deck isn't like an archetype deck that can generate advantage through purely its engine. It just has to see its blowouts and cards like Future Fusion to set up early. Otherwise, it has a hard time. I don't think Tristan's deck, without an established grave, works on top deck mode.
Yeah. I think Tristan was just saying, I'm going to attack you with a 2100 guy, don't have another Blackwing. And unfortunately,
he does. He has Blizzard, one of the best Blackwings.
Yeah, and this Blizzard will now bring back Borer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was wondering, why is he not bringing back, or is he just leaving it in the grave because he's going to immediately synchro someone?
I think he is synchroing.
Yeah, that would make sense. And I'm seeing a lot of broken trap cards in Moffat's hand. Did
you just see
Royal Oppression?
Yeah, that was mad. That is nuts.
That was crazy. What? Yeah,
Road
unless
oppression is wild.
nah, yeah, there's like no way because unless he has cold wave, I can't see anything going like his way here. Because
I think
if he
that's
has
just
heavy storm, he's just gonna starlight road it, and then he just oppressions everything. He has 2-8 body. Very difficult to beat
unfortunate. I
this.
think that's just the end of the game. He's got Goyo.
Yeah, he's got oppressions road
That is
rolling,
bad.
and he has a value in hand that could potentially do something after if he can get another guy in grave or something.
Yeah, this is wild.
Uh,
Okay. So equal. So we know he has Snowman eats.
Bottomless here on the normal summon Prisma, ensuring that Tristan has no way to put any monsters on board here with the Royal Pressure. And he just passes to the bottomless, so it was over anyway. Didn't need to use the oppression or the road yet. Oh, but to be fair, Tristan's on 6-7, so he might not be able to kill him. Ah, no, he has the
That is
1-8. Yeah,
game.
and that
That
is
is
game.
unfortunate.
Bloody hell. Man
Uh,
said Royal Oppression and Starlight Road. That is crazy.
yeah, oppression.
Yeah, there's no way. Royal Oppression actually destroys Tristan's deck as well, considering all of his like blowout engine summons, like special summons, like with Miracle Fusion and Dark Calling. Sorry, the Honest is nice, but yeah,
Yeah.
really good
Yeah.
match though.
Was just showing the power there of Royal Oppression. I think Tristan, the one thing that Tristan was banking on there was hoping that the Prisma would stick so that he could back it up with Honest and maybe survive another turn. But like we just saw, Bottomless cleared that, and then if he did have anything else, Oppression would have stopped that as well. But that's round 4. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It's been myself and Connor from the Disciples, and we'll see you next time.
See you later, guys.